Hello everybody, welcome back to Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree. This is it. We're at the Divine Gate, and through those doors awaits Miquella and his consort, General Radahn. Before we start, a couple of bits of preparation I want to do. First thing we're going to do is we're going to head here, because there's a new talisman we want to pick up that'll help with this fight immensely. And it's one we missed earlier, but it will help. And I'll explain why once we get it. Now, there is a small camp here, but we're going to ignore everybody and just run and pick it up. If we go around this side, we run and pick it up. There's a big boy behind, fat boy, just right beside us, so we'll ignore him. Life's hard enough. Right, so just here. If we sneak, we might not activate anybody. Let's sneak, not sleep. Right, next we're going to get rid of the map marker. Then we're going to jump to... Oh, we're going to... You weren't supposed to see me. Just sleep. Okay, next thing we're going to do is head to... Church of the Bud. Because the other thing... Well, let's talk about the talisman first. Let's talk about the talisman first. So this boosts all non-physical damage negation while guarding. This is going to come in handy for the fight. It basically increases elemental damage protection, which we're going to need. Because Radahn hits you with absolutely everything. You've got magic damage, physical damage is, but you've got magic damage or gravity magic, and now let's. Each gravity magic, and then the second phase of the fight, you're going to get bombarded with holy, so it just helps to have as much protection as you can get. Now, what we want in this instance is Frenzy Burst. In fact, what I'm going to do, see if this makes any difference. There's a guy just here. Yup. He lived. Oh, this will sting. Let's take one of these as well. We should be able to one-shot him now. There we go. Now, why are we here? Well, I'm going to show you what we came here for. I missed it. There it is. We want Scarlet Bud. Now, I farmed up a few between videos, but if you really want to get prepared for this fight, you want to farm as many as you can. As many as you possibly can. So there are 3 down here. This is the quickest place I've found. I'm sure there are more, but the other rock pulled area is far more dangerous than this one, so I think this is the safest way to do it. So let's jump. We're going to jump to the Recluse's River downstream, Sod of Grace. Now, why are we here? I'm going to show you. So what we need for these 2 things, what we want to do is to be able to craft hefty rock pots, because he's going to be our main weapon against General Radahn, or Consort Radahn. You need Fly Mold and Scarlet Bud. And Scarlet Bud, I just showed you to pick them up. Obviously, we haven't got that many. It takes 2 at a time, so we're only going to get a couple of goes. Couple of rounds, but the fly molds, if we equip the bow very briefly, where is it? There's a rope just there, and that holds a pot, and if you shoot the pot down, it drops down here, and then you can use the steps just here to navigate your way down, and that gives you the Moldmonger's Bell bearing, which allows you to buy an infinite amount of fly molds. So that's that. That's all we need to do. Say all we need to do, and all we need to do now is kill Consort Radahn, which is that's easy, right? Easy peasy. No, not even close. But what I'm going to do, let's talk you through. Let's do our incantations first. So we want to simplify this back. Change our flask as well. I think what I'm going to do is boost stamina recovery speed. That'll probably be better. And then keep the faith to boost damage for our weapon. And I'll explain what we're going to use in a minute. We're going to get rid of this. We're going to keep Blessing of the Erdtree. This will give us heal over time. We're going to use this with our allies. That'll help a lot. The other thing we want to do is add Protection of the Erdtree, which increases all affinity damage negation for self and allies, which pairs with a shield, means we can block a lot of Radahn's magic bullshit. We're going to have Golden Vow, so it'll buff everybody. Increase damage. Flame grant me strength. We'll try and get it off, but it's not much use. We're not going to use Immutable Shield for this. We're actually going to use Shield Grease, because Immutable Shield doesn't last long enough to be useful for this fight. Because you need to be able to tank a few hits from old Radahn. What do we got? What else did I have in my list? We want to add Divine Fortification. We'll try and get it off in the second stage of the fight, but don't hold your breath. And we're going to add Ezek's Decay as kind of a spare. Done the flask. Right. Gear wise, we're going to get rid of you. We're going to pop in Blasphemous Blade. That's for us to use to heal our health, help with our pot regen, help preserve our pot. Sorry. We're also going to have Reduvia Dagger. This is going to put us in a heavy load. We're going to solve that next. We're going to get rid of this. Okay. Now this is going to make us even heavier. We're going to keep this in for the plus 3 arcane because it leaves us at 60 arcane. But in terms of protection, what we want, if we look, this will boost our protection massively, which we're going to need as much of everything as we can possibly get. Because we've got everything we need. Now, to solve our weight problem, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to pop in Arsenal Charm +1. Next thing we're going to do, we're not going to be casting incantations for this. I did put the Ezek's Decay in as kind of a backup, but we don't need it. So what we want to do is pop in this to boost our negation when we use protection. We're also going to pop in Marika's Braid for the extra holy protection because we're going to get spammed to shit with holy protection in the second phase of the fight. Miquella just rains light on you constantly. It's really debilitating. The other thing we're going to do now, you can either pop, any protection is good protection. Lightning is no good. Physical protection is good against most of Radahn's bullshit attack. He does some amazingly ridiculous combos. It feels like sometimes when's it my turn to play. But we're actually going to pop in the spell deck talisman +3 because with all of our other perks, this will mean we can actually tank blocking as long as we can shield grease. We can actually tank a lot of his magic, really harder magic attacks. I mean, this is also a good option if you want more elemental protection in general. But magic and holy are the ones that are going to hurt. Golden Vow will solve the physical protection for the most part. Now, the other things we're going to need, we don't need Torrent for this fight. We don't need this. We're going to use up our lightning pots. And we're going to get crafting. So what we want is 8 hefty rock pots. That's the maximum we can make. So we're going to make those. As you can see, it's just burned through our skull bar. If you want to farm more of those, you can. But what I'm going to have as backup is basic rock pots. And the hope is Mimic will use those to help us with the fight. We're going to equip these now. So what we want is boom, boom. Right. And the other thing we want that's going to make this fight a little bit easier. Keep in mind we've got 24 rune arcs, so I'm going to solve that problem in a minute. I'm going to back my save up because I actually I don't want to have to go through this intro again. I already recorded this video once and it didn't end so well. In practice runs I killed him first time, which is really annoying. Anyway, Miquella's a great rune, so we're going to use that. So yeah, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put a cut in. I'll explain the strategy before we get ahead. So we have now technically speaking, if you don't summon either of these two, you have Cholier and Ansbach, this fight will be considerably easier. But that's a relative term. It's easier as in his health is a lot less, but there's also no one to soak up Radahn's rage, because when he comes at you, you don't really get a lot of chances to play. And you've got to try and summon Mimic or whatever summon you're going to use without getting murdered straight off, because much like all the other bosses in this game, he has a charge attack that's designed to stop you summoning to get help. So if you've got half health, then he will finish you off. So keep that in mind. So we're going to summon both those. You will get slightly less runes for the fight, but that's, you know, it is what it is. But what we want to do before I forget, which I forgot in the last time I tried to record this, I forgot to level up. So we're going to do that now. We're going to put our final point into endurance, like so. But yeah, I'm going to put a cut in here, and I'll rejoin you. Well, for you it'll be seconds, for me it'll be about a minute. See you in a bit. Right, okay, so we're back. Let's get this fight started. So, first things first, we need to equip the shield grease, because I forgot. Now, the toughest part of this fight is getting the rot proc off, because if we don't get the rot off with these two guys, we will never do enough damage. We've got to summon them both at least the once to complete their storylines and get their items, because they both drop some pretty good stuff. Let's get everybody buffed. Ready, boys? Let's roll. Alright, put one of these. Now, the tactic is we need to get the Bedivia Dagger. Mimic's going to be using that because that'll help with the breed procs. Let's get shield grease on. So we're going to skip the animation because we want to hit the ground running with this fight. So sorry if you wanted to see that. You have to. It's online anyway. But we're running a lot of buffs and I don't want to lose them.
My.
Pleasure to see you after all this time. But
No
those
thanks.
remains do not belong to you.
No thanks.
Lord Moog will have his day.
Alright, let's get Mimic up. So getting the rot proc off in the second half of the fight is the really difficult part, because he moves all over the place. You're going to kind of pick your windows. No. Good boy, Mimic. Good Mimic. Alright, we need to get shield grease up. No, we don't. There we go. Second phase, here we come. So we're going to have to try and get a window to get shield grease off. But not for a minute. Right. Again, getting the procs off is what's going to hurt this part. Of course it comes straight from me. Two. Got him. All right. Thought that was me then. Oh, you cunt. Ha 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 ha. That was close. Alright. Greedy, not bad, greedy. I said there's no place to be greedy in this fight. Well, there's never any time. Fuck! Oh, that's pissed me off. Alright, well, let's, one more time. Okay. Watch it, we'll get one shot in this time round. The benefit is you do start right near the door, so we haven't got to run. We haven't got to run back, try and get him to pick on these guys. He'll do it straight off the bat. Can you? Oh, he didn't. Why didn't he summon? Okay. Alright, let's do this. So he's gonna come straight at us. We'll tank it, roll. Mimic.
General Radahn, a pleasure to see you after all this time. But those remains do not belong to you. Lord Moog will have his dignity.
Got him? We have. Shield grease up. Oh no. I would appreciate it if you attack somebody else for a minute. Oh, we're in phase 2 already, okay. Nah, this is the hard one to get the rock prop off. Okay. Oh no.
I promise you.
He's rotting though now, which is good.
Guided by compassion.
Oh, we just need to get away from him for a minute. Pop this. Ow. Jesus Christ. Just let me survive just a little bit. Come on, please. Attack somebody else. That's alright. Thanks. Okay. Get him, boys. Right, he's gonna go out. We gotta get out of here. Alright. Get him, lads. Okay. That's good. There you go. Goodbye, motherfucker. Goodbye. Yes. That's how you kill General fucking Radahn. Get stuffed, motherfucker. Alright. Okay. Yeah. Alright, nice. Nice. Yeah, as you can see, that fight is all over the show. It is not fun. Let's go together. So that's the Miquella's gesture that he does. We should have... we rest. Just a moment. And then we can pick up some new items. Pick up our runes, whatever they're worth. All 8,000 of them. 2 deaths, not bad, not bad. Chelier's hidden needle. We can have a look at that in just a moment. Chelier's mask, Chelier's garb, Chelier's gloves. What does this do? Where is it? There it is. Causes eternal sleep build-up, but that was never going to work on General Radahn now, was it? But anyway. The other fun things we get are on-specs gear. So we get Wise Man's Mask, on-specs attire, on-specs machettes, his boots, Obsidian Lamina, and Furious Blade of Unspec. Now that is fun. So, if we go to... I missed it, didn't I? It's going to be up here somewhere. I can't believe I got it done. That fight, I hate that fight. It's horrible. Like, of all the fights in this game, like that... some of the bosses in the DLC are unreasonable, but he's just a joke. Why can't I find his scythe? What's wrong with my eyes? There it is. Then I see second blood. Causes blood build up 678. So between him, we were all using bleed on him. That's why we're able to do it. If you're just straight up melee, I would not attempt to summon both. Because, just said, if we were just using like Blasphemous Blade, you would not be doing anywhere near enough damage. Well, not at our stats. You'd have to be like strength 80 to really fight the good fight. So let's watch the animation.
Lord brother. I'm going to be a god. If we honor our part of the vow, promise me you'll be my consort. I'll make the world a gentler place.
Of course, he's mind controlling everybody, so I don't know if that makes the world a better place or not. Let's have a look. That is braid. Circle of light. So what's it do? Circle of light which adorned Miquella's head as he returned in divine aspect. It has begun to fade into nothingness, slightly boosting intelligence, faith, and arcane, while boosting the power of Miquella's light. This circle was to be the very foundation upon which Miquella's age of compassion would be built, should it ever come to pass. Well, yeah, I don't find that compassion, to be honest. Now, the thing that frustrates me here is that this is a divine gate from basically Radahn comes through there wearing Mogskin in the animation that we skipped, and then Miquella comes through after as a god. So we just killed a god. We're gonna kill another one. Barry's gonna become Elden Lord. We're gonna kill the Elden Beast. Not today, but we're gonna get all that wrapped up. But why can't we considering all of our accomplishments? Why can't we make our way up through the steps into the arch and become a god ourselves? You know. Let's look at what we won. So, well, we got shit ton of runes, but we'll do that in a sec. Let's jump to the Table of Lost Grace.
Don't worry,
I'm not worried. So, we have the power of remembrance. So we have remembrance of a god and a lord. So this is a few things. So you have Lights of Miquella, which is that horrendous magic he was using, which I would be inclined to use. We don't have enough faith for that, but I'm going to be bringing our prophet build through the DLC at some point, and I think that would be a lovely fit for him. But we also have the two swords. Now these are both very powerful. I think the what's I going to say? They're both pretty lethal, but I want to duplicate them before. So there is a I'm good. Well, I was going to say we're going to duplicate those before we take that fight any further. But we do get some awesome armor as well, because you have Young Lion's Helm, which is the young Radahn's gear, which I find kind of amazing. Yeah, doesn't really suit our build, but it would be pretty awesome. These just look ridiculous, don't they? Well, that's not so bad, but that one definitely does. But yeah, so that was technically speaking, this is the end of the, oh well, technically speaking, this is the end of the DLC, but we have other bits and pieces to do. We have, if we go to the map, we've got to go back to the Abyssal Woods and clean up Midra's Manse. It wasn't really relevant to our build. If there was more Erdtree fragments, it would have been relevant. You can probably get enough. I think you get another couple of Revered Spirit Ashes, so we might have got Mimic to +10, but we got it done, boys and girls. We got it done. At the end of the day, hardest boss in the game, annihilated. 2 attempts. Get fucked, son. But we're going to clean up that. There is a duplication coffin in it's on here, isn't it? In Midra's Manse. So we will, or around that area. So we'll get that done then, I think, and probably duplicate both swords. Just make sure those off. And then we'll be the next video. I think probably we've got to go back and finish the main game now. We've got to do. We'll probably continue this in the Barry the Bandit build. We've only really got one more video for this series, and then we'll be back to how to build a bandit to get that finished off. We've got to finish the Crumbling Farum. We've got to take on Malekith, and then the city becomes ash. We didn't take out Mog. We didn't get any of the madness stuff. At this point of the game, at this point of this build, it doesn't really matter. We've done everything we wanted to do, so we just need to finish the game. So it's probably going to be another 2 videos, maybe, and then maybe a conclusion. Because this has been probably one of the most fun characters I've built so far. Because we had the astrologer. Well, the wretch was kind of interesting, but we had the astrologer. Or the wretch relied heavily on Flame the Red Mains, which doesn't work anymore. they broke that last year, but we do have. The Prophet build was a ton of fun. I did a test run with him in the DLC, and Erdtree fragments be damned, he was just hitting on things from the very beginning of the game. So we've got that. There's also the astrology is going to be fun because there's some good sorceries. That was a fun playthrough. That was Darkmoon Greatsword build. That was a hell of a lot of fun. But this guy, Barry is just a machine, dude. Fucking machine. I love him. So, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye now.